How's this? Oh, yay. Good. It had reset itself again. Because that's absolutely what we want, right? A self-resetting streaming software. How lovely. I was saying hi to everyone. I'll try to do it again. Hi Lindsay, hi Kevin, hi Ginger, hi Josephina, hi Val, hi YZ, hi April, hi Mallory, hi Yuri. Okay. I think the image is a tiny bit on the too bright side. I'll fix this, hold on. Hi Sarah! All right. How is everyone today? Sorry, trying to properly set this up. Could have been napping in the morning. Ooh, napping in the morning. Ooh. See, week. Fine. I'm glad you're fine, Josephina. Wish the weather would cool down, but oh yeah. We are looking towards a good 2 weeks of warm weather, and I'm not psyched for it. Hi, Lab Accident. Hi, Stephen. I had a weird week. Like on one of the days of the last week was technically my mom's birthday. But as you guys maybe know, she passed away last year, so that was a bit surreal and odd and effed up. And I've been feeling super anxious for no reason, so just not my best week, but what can you do? Aw, I'm sorry about that, Lindsay. Oh no, Ginger, for real. Aw. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate the hugs. It's just so weird. Hey, Soda, hi. Hey, Tsukabu, hi. Thanks for all the hugs, people. I really appreciate it. this set here. This is a I don't know exactly how to say it. This is a dupe of the Van Gogh St. Petersburg set that they have with Krasny Karandash. Basically, it's a set of Van Gogh colors that they selected to fit the mood of St. Petersburg. But it's really hard to obtain outside of Russia. But it's made with regular Van Gogh colors. So what I did is I got the colors that I was missing, and I had this empty palette from Royal Talents, and I put this together. Ginger. I think you gotta try the other way, which is to hang out in your bathing suit inside the house, and then when the storm shows up, you just run outside. I don't think the weather can win if you're that fast. Yeah, I'm really excited to swatch the colors together, because it's a lot of muted colors and some really interesting stuff. But I had to wait for like the pans to dry. Oh, I think you probably have the colors, Tsukabu. With 48 colors, I don't see... Like, there's nothing really special in there. I think the most special color is the graphite one. Oh yeah, I've been really into muted colors lately. That's nice. And like Van Gogh tubes are really affordable. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, well, last week I ran out all excited because it was really foggy, and a few minutes in it started downpouring. Now I'm wanting to go in downpour and boom, instant sunshine. Well, I guess people around you must be happy from this curse of sorts. Dang it, it's raining again, and then Jinja goes out and the sun comes out and they're like, oh, it's not raining anymore. I really should have thought this better and made it so I could fit all the swatches on one page, but blah. I like to mute colors with a glaze over top, but leave a little of the strong first color showing. That's a really fun look. We got all the smoke from Canada's wildfire today. Oh, sorry about that. I think if we could, we would rather not have any fires, but it still sucks. Definitely wish for no fires. They're entirely too close to me. Yeah, definitely. And we are way beyond the natural order of things. Like, fires are definitely something that... Sorry, fires are definitely something that has been occurring for a really long time, because you can see it in the way certain trees like to reproduce. But for the last 5-10 years, fires have been just way too extreme. I'll grab the tubes. Put them in here temporarily. Hey, Lindsay, that doesn't sound good. Fedco doesn't use actual titanium buff pigment for their titanium buff color. I don't exactly know or see why, because it's not like that PW6 Colin 1 is super expensive, but... of course. So the first color here was titanium buff. This one is light oxide red. There are so many languages on those tubes, it took me a moment to find the one I was looking for. Rouge anglais. It's lumberjack French. My problem in our area is that we've got some arsonists. Oh yeah, that's not good. I wish people would just chill with the fireworks, like... I mean, they're noisy, they're really hard on people with certain sorts of PTSD, and in the context of areas being drier than they should, they're a fire hazard. How great! That one was Gamboge. Their Gamboge is a really interesting mix of PY154 and P048. It's a beautiful color. Apparently our problems is sparks of trains and trains carrying smoking loads from one fire area to another. Oof. Ugh. The tracks are even melted. That's not good. Hey, Paulo! Hi! It's pretty hard to tell if a color is raw sienna or yellow ochre if you don't have both of them next to each other. It's really hard to write and not put my hand into paint too, so I apologize for the terrible writing. Hiya Chatrinos, that's cute! It's really nice yellow. I think Van Gogh is terribly underrated as a sort of student range company or product. This one is hilarious because it's indigo. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but 1, 2, 3, like it's written 6 times indigo because in all languages it's the same word. So it's kind of funny. Oh, I forgot to write what it's made of. PB15 and PBK6. I just wish they had a decent opera pick. I don't think they have any opera at all, do they? They have some really nice magenta, but I don't remember seeing an opera colors from them. The gamboge is a mix of 2 pigment. It is PY154 and PO48. Oh, that's outside black. That's it. I was like, what's that color? For real? Are you guys kidding me? Crap. I don't remember which is which, but one is Payne's Gray and one is Neutral Tint. I'm feeling like this one is Payne's Gray and this one's gotta be Neutral Tint. Oh wait, can I... Neutral Tint, okay, good. It's weird that both these colors have the same pigment lineup because they look like sufficiently different. Looks a little yellower than PY110, maybe. I don't have PY110 in my head at the moment. Are we playing Name That Color? What I like is that it seems to be fairly transparent, which is, you know, appreciable. It's so difficult to find transparent yellows. I'm trying to whittle down the number of pigments I use, especially in a single painting. For a specific reason or just because? Okay, this is sepia. Because on its own, as a basic concept, the number of pigment really doesn't change anything. turquoise green. I'm really curious about this one because I kind of fail to see how phthalo blue and ultramarine blue can give you this green color. Or yeah, green color. It's fairly green. Indian yellow. Oh, is it in Steve's palette? I think it is, isn't it? Is it? Is it not? It's a bit of a mess around here, so. No, the pencil doesn't go in the water. The turquoise green is really odd. I wonder if... No, it's not UV reactive at all. So there's not something shady going on here. The Davies gray is really nice. It has a beautiful granulation. Maybe instead of using fewer paints pigment, I should just paint more. That might be more productive, but that's up to you. I don't feel like this is a result of adding white into it, because if you have these two blues and you add white into it, they would become possibly a more muted blue color rather than a green color. I wonder if they have some sort of greenish ultramarine blue for this. Or if there is something else added in there, I don't know. Or maybe it's mislabeled. I don't know. Alright, give me a sec for... Oh, I know where I put it. Okay, that's it. That's Indian yellow. Alright. Looking for a scrap of watercolor paper. Hey Lena, hi! Hold on, I should really look at what I'm doing rather than look on the screen. So that's technically Indian yellow, I guess. It's a bit more orangish, I feel like. Just put it somewhere to dry. What palettes are these? This is the palette itself, like the plastic thingy, is a Royal Talents art creation palettes that I removed the paints from the pans, and I put in the St. Petersburg selection of Van Gogh paints. the Van Gogh paints are technically the student grade set. I'm not exactly sure why. Would be worth looking at possibly light fastness test of these colors just to see how they fared, but judging from the pigments used, I don't see anything that would indicate that a color is less light fast than a professional one. Seriously. Because they have an amazing range and the tubes are like super affordable. So yes, they are technically student grade, but someone could definitely work them in a professional manner. Even the paints that came in the palette. Hold on. Okay, so the paints that came in this plastic palette before I removed them, they are like the cheapest. They're the art creation range, which is like super marketed, super level, super beginner level is what I'm trying to say. And I was still able to paint this with them. And I layered like an absurd amount of color for the dark background and it did rather well. So I am not like... It was technically like these colors minus the magenta because it had a white and I sort of removed it and put a magenta instead. So I don't know if it's on camera or whatnot, but it's really, really nice. Less pigments in comparison to the Rembrandts. Hey, Sterling! Hello! I use their yellow ochre professionally because I love how it re-wets and how vibrant it is. Yeah, they're really nice. Like the indigo is really beautiful. And they have a great like PBK 11. Yellow ochre is totally underrated, I agree. It's probably my favorite yellow. Or if not favorite, it's the one I end up using the most. Like, the bright lemon yellow is always, like, almost untouched in all my palettes. But the yellow ochre, though, sees a lot more usage. Hey, welcome back, Lindsay. Yeah, the glitter range is nice. Rembrandt has the chameleon colors, too, that are super fun. It's my favorite black. It's just so creamy. The yellow ochre or the PBK 11? My only quirk with them is not being able to get the orange palette at a reasonable price. I mean, at this point, maybe you should rather just plan a trip to the museum and buy it as a souvenir. That might be the most efficient way of getting the palette. The PBK is my favorite black. The ochre is so creamy, so both. Ah, yeah, it's... I kind of want to eat it. I got the, I got all these tubes because I had a gift card. And I had the gift card for ages because the place that the gift card is for, they couldn't take grid. I'm struggling today. Basically, the gift card was unusable because their online selling platform didn't take gift cards until very recently, where they finally updated the whole system. So since they updated the whole system, I was able to order all of the Van Gogh tubes from their website, and I also added 2 extra colors, and one of them is yellow ochre. Even if I have a raw sienna here that is possibly quite close. It's just so easier to use than like bright yellow. Amisha! Hello! If anyone makes a trip to the museum, tell me I'll come to see you. Oh! Too bad we can't do big meetups. Started with Van Gogh. When I upgraded to professional, I didn't notice that much difference, to be honest. But they are a tiny bit less transparent. That's really... that depends a lot on the pigment too. Like, it's so weird. A lot of Cinelli colors that I see that are labeled transparent, if you paint them over like black acrylic, black watercolor ground, they're not that transparent, but they're still beautiful color that I will use. But I'm like, who does those transparency tests? Like, did they need glasses or something? What am I missing here? Yuri says, yeah, our museums are open right now and no face masks. But our COVID numbers are not looking so great anymore. I mean, fine, the museums are open, but let's just keep the masks on. But hey, I'm just noticing something quite clever, actually. Maybe I'm just stupid that didn't notice before, but like if you look at Davis Gray here and Oxide Black, there's a G right next to the paint number, and I wonder if it stands for granulation. It's the only colors in this selection that I have with this feature. Hey, Mikey! I started with Cutman and it hit the wall. So starting with Van Gogh must have been a better experience. Oh, I agree, man. You hit the wall so fast if you start with Cutman. Some colors will go further than others. Like something like their black or their neutral tint. You're probably gonna be able to use them further along, but I remember certain colors like sap green being really difficult to use because it's so light. And if you try layering it, it becomes like hazy. Upgraded to Mission Gold, but they keep going neon. What do you mean, Lindsay? I'll just sulk in the corner about that orange palette. Oh, well, can I sulk with you? I would sulk over the pink palette. And maybe the orange one a little bit. Because I kind of really like Van Gogh, and I would totally, like, collect their palettes. Just because lovely. People here don't like masks. We're very good at complaining. Oh, you're the US too. I'm in Canada, people complain here too, but I'm like... It's so difficult to try and fathom the concept of being like, well, your options are either you endure a bit of fabric or like this fake disposable fabric of the disposable mask on your face for a bit, and you avoid getting sick and you avoid making people sick. Or you can just not wear any mask and have that risk. I'm like, no one enjoys wearing a mask. What are people thinking? It's just something we all gotta do, I guess. I have a three-lip... Oh, you still have him! The little clone, the tiny tuxedo clone. He's such a sweetheart. I'm dying. I tried painting a green background for a bird, and even the dark neon green were neon bright. Did you try them under UV light? That would be really interesting. I would buy the orange palette for y'all and send it. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. That's really nice to think about us. Sorry, I have a struggle with my train of thoughts today. Yeah, I guess the thing will be just to save up longer and buy these at this semi-absurd price eventually. He's so sweet. I think Rabbit is a photo. Where do you stand on that, Sterling? Are you sort of considering adding him to the posse, or still steadfast in finding him a new home? Like, regardless of your choice, at the moment it's really funny to see your house of tuxedo cats. Tuxedo cats? He shoves his nose under my chin and purrs till. Oh. I wake up with him tangled in my hair trying to play with his fuzzy toy. Well, that's a kitten thing, though. Early Christmas gifts for everyone. Orange palette for you, orange palette for you. You get an orange palette and you get an orange palette. Look under your seat. What do you find there? An orange palette. Let's go Oprah on this stuff. So this is the second palette I wanted to swatch out. It's a really cool wooden insert. Oh, sorry. Quite substantial insert, and what I really like is that it's high. So my pans are not like buried in this tin. And I know people will tell me, well, you can pad it up with paper or, you know, foam core or anything under there and then stick your pans on it. I could, but I could also have this lovely insert, you know. And this was sent to me as a trade-off. I sent them a commission and they sent me some of their handmade palettes so that I could try them out. So in there I put some muted colors to keep with the theme. I have Potter's Pink from Schmincke, fairly sure. This one, and this one are Isaro colors. What is this one? I think it's something like Mars Red. Anyway, the Indigo and the Isaro Gray, light gray, Isaro Gray. This is Marmary Blue, Yellow Ochre, and this is a Winsor & Newton Terre Verte yellow shade. I haven't tried these out. I just put them in there, let them to dry. Yeah, it's a PR 101. But there's so many variants of hues for PR 101 that... Yeah, it is solid. I will post pictures of all the Tux cats playing. Oh my gosh. They love him, and so now my brother is against finding him another home. Because it would make Loki sad. Oh no! 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 I love that Loki is his favorite. That poor / happy dodo cat. He's so precious. I don't need another cat. Well, it's like paints, you know? Okay, I'm in frame. Good. You run a full-on shelter now. Yeah, basically. You don't need another paint color until you see it and it somehow makes you need it. Exactly. Hey, Cyan! Hi! But yeah, that's the thing, like, oh, I have a... Technically in paint you could get away with just 3 colors. But they're all so nice and they're all so different. He gets so excited when my brother wakes up or gets home. They have a bond, so now I have to have a 5th cat because it would make his cat sad to find it. Well, Loki definitely cannot comprehend that a rabbit is in another home. Like, for him it's just gonna be this buddy's here and then this buddy's not there. I know that's not helpful, but... Hey, Fairy Dust, hi! I can't keep making life decisions based on Loki. Loki rules the house, yeah. Oh my gosh, cyan. What calls to you in this particular range? Like what do you find appealing? I really wonder how this one will be wet because I reused a cake of dry paint that was in a pan, and I think it's been in a pan for years. So that's rather good actually. Okay. Their new range is almost entirely single pigments. I have a few of their colors based on that notion in a way. Because some of their colors, I think I got like Payne's Gray. I don't remember. I got two of them that were single pigment and they were unusual pigments, but I don't remember which. That's super helpful, Ev. Good job. I'm not really big on single pigment paints. I'm curious about them because sometimes I'm really interested in seeing how a single pigment unusual like version of a color compares to the regular stuff that's multi-pigment, but all in all, in a single painting, I don't really bother. I have yet to see solid proof that single pigment makes a difference opposed to multiple pigment paints. I've never seen any kind of impact, like big difference from using multi-pigment versus single pigment, which is why I'm very skeptic about it. And this indigo is almost black. That's really interesting. Can I... Sometimes I prefer pre-made pigments anyways, just for the pre-made mixes, you mean? Especially in acrylics. Yeah, in acrylics, in gouache. Like the consistency of those mixes is really useful sometimes. Totally agree regarding the importance of single pigment paints too. I'm glad I'm not like rambling by myself here. I think I got neutral tint. Where did I pan these? Oh, okay. found it. Okay. A doll! Hello! I'm so happy to see you! Not exactly new palettes in the sense that they're fresh purchases, but new in the sense that I put them together recently. I agree as well, though I do find it odd when a company uses a mixture of multiple pigments for a color. Yep. Chief offender in that is freaking burnt sienna. Give me PBR7. What the... Sometimes it's like PR 101 and PBK9 mix, and I'm like, no. No, that's stupid. It is cute, isn't it? It's a bit stiff, but... Multiple pigments must be irresistible to a solid 20 pigments. Wait, what? Okay, okay, this is the Wait, what was it? PBK 26? From My Memory Blue. It looks kind of black. It's nice. It's a really nice color. Like, no issue with the color itself, but it's also very shiny. Hold on. Anyway, it's nothing like my camera is super accurate. What's the other one here? Bugger. Oh, boogie. This is Payne's Gray from Memory Blue. It is also a single pigment, but I very helpfully did not write it on the pan. I mean, it's more like blue to me than Payne's Gray, but still nice. The one that our pans are from my disaster Memory Blue palette. And the other one that I bought as a tube is this Yellow Ogre. Like, nothing particularly unexpected here. It makes so little sense to have burnt sienna as a multi-pigment color. Like, it's such a cheap and affordable pigment, the PBR7. And if you don't want to go with the natural one, just get a synthetic PBR6, and that's still good. I mean, doesn't show all that well on camera, but these three colors are really nice together. Let's run out of space for drying stuff. There you go. That's okay. Using multiple pigments to mix our glaze and earth look is cool, but to just have it premixed seems underwhelming. Like for any other color, like all the sap greens are premixed and they're all different and I have no issue with that whatsoever. But like PBR7, like freaking burnt sienna just feels so silly. Like, it's like, why did you go out of your way to make a mix out of this color when you could just buy it? Anyway, perhaps because they have issues maintaining the consistency of color since the PBR7 pigments can really fluctuate, but really, how has everyone's week been? How has yours been, Otto? Are calling PG7 Viridian. They only have the right to call it Viridian Hue. That's it. It doesn't granulate and it's not as intense, so that's the Indian yellow from earlier. It's a lot more orange than this mix. Hey Marla! So nice to see you. Hi. Don't get me started on offering PG7 as Viridian, not Viridian. Also, this week I worked on this palette. And you're gonna ask me, what did you do? Well, it was full of cheap paints originally. And it was a real hassle to sort of remove them and clear off the glue and the stains. And I mean, I put a good few hours into fixing it, and this is still how it looks with all the purple stain and the blue stain. But I want to make this a gouache palette because it has a ridiculous amount of space for paints and a good mixing area, and I can even like go the full route of like all this mixing area. And it didn't come in white. If this palette had been available in white, that's what I would have preferred, but yeah. I'm gonna try this as a gouache palette. Not one that I will travel with, just one that I will keep here, but something that is covered and that has room for many colors. I used a melamine, you know, the magic erasers. It's just that it's very difficult to go in all the nooks and crannies. That's what I had a hard. I really messed up my fingers working with this palette this week. Because I tried rubbing in all the compartments with the magic eraser and really hurt my fingers. Well, I don't mind the staining. I just wanted to have the palette as clean as possible for when I put in the gouache, so that there is no transfer of the cheap colors with the gouache. Because I don't have really high hopes. It's a plastic palette, it's gonna stain for sure. Yeah, but you still have to rub it, don't you? I mean, I have alcohol. It's not gonna cost me anything to put it in there, but you still have to, like, rub it, don't you? Or do you just put it there and it's gonna clean and then you rinse it off? Q-tips, yeah. Q-tips. All right, well, that will be my next step. I'll try this later today. Soak a tissue and rub gently. Everybody do the Q-tip dance. But it was I first popped as much dry paint as I could and binned it. It was a really cheap paint, so not. Use a cuticle stick. What did I use? I used a paint stirring metal thingy that was really good at removing the glue because it was able to scrape off a thin layer of plastic. And I used a lemon eraser on the bottom of it because the purple cheap paint really stained the exterior of the palette, and for that I figured that it wasn't exactly important to use. Still some bad glue. Yuck. But yeah, I kept trying to rub into the little areas, and my nail, like, they're cut. I cut my nails. And the nail would keep catching on all the separation and, like, tear. And then with my thumbs, too. I was just like, ow, 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 ow. Why? Ow! Do you recommend any kind of alcohol percentage for cleaning up the plastic? I know that alcohol can mess up plastic. Cellulose paper is so miserable for watercolor. It's okay for gouache, but for watercolor it's so sad and... I must go to work, but I just need to say in parting that my rabbit doesn't know how to meow. It is my new favorite nonsense statement that is true. Oh, what kind of sounds does the rabbit make? Such a cutie pie. I'm just glad for my palette repurposing the paints are just in cake form. Do you mean the koi palette? I think you're in for a disaster too. Thank you so much for coming, Sterling, and for the updates on Rabbit. I hope you have a great day and that it's not too much of a hassle to please low-key and keep the rabbit. Get in there. Okay. I did try to repurpose a koi palette, and it was the small 12 colors one, and it was not fun. I did not enjoy the experience. Really nice muted colors with this palette. It barely shows on camera, but it's quite interesting to mix the Potter's Pink and the Terre Verte. Since they're both granulating colors, you get some really interesting stuff that happens. I managed to successfully repurpose my 30 koi set, though it took time and patience. Yeah. And if only they made the insert something else than the really, really cheap plastic. That would be great too. I'm really liking the colors that can come from this palette. It's really soft and muted. Like, you either get really soft colors or really muted mixes. I should probably do a legit chart, you know, like the legit color chart mix thing rather than just a bunch of random mixes on a page, but this is more fun, yeah. Can also gradate the colors more. Potter's Pink mixed with everything is so pretty. Let's mix it with whatever's on the palette. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Amisha. I really hope you feel better soon. That doesn't sound like fun. What happened? The migraine? Oh, ouch. Oh, that doesn't sound like fun at all. Yikes. I hope you get better quickly, Amisha. Has anyone else been super low on energy this week, like out of the blue? Yep. Me too, me too. Just crap. I think I'm gonna see about talking to the doctor about it, because I feel like I take enough anxiety medication that I shouldn't get this anxious still. Hey Dan! Hello! Have I spent today so far either in the chair at my computer or in bed in pain? Oof. Ugh. I'm so sorry, lab accident. That sounds awful. But on the upside, it's been a full week since I had a cigarette or any caffeine. Hey, that's really awesome. Dude, that's tough. Was telling me a really bad cough. Oof. Felt not great all day, must be England. That was functional. Anxiety has been helped by the fact that I got myself a fish to take care of. A pet crawfish? Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. It's so cute and pretty fun to draw too. Like, I don't know what's up with my personal situation. But I feel like it's not exactly that big of a commitment to see if I can have an appointment with the doctor just to talk about stuff with her. And like maybe just pursue the train of thought that is the issue really anxiety, or is the anxiety an effect of something else that is not being addressed? Was the lone survivor from a crawfish? Wait, what? Hey, Jinja, no problem. I think all palettes should come with Potter's Pink. Oh my gosh, Lab Accident, that's such an adorable story. You should really document that if possible, like a mini zine or something. Okay, I'll take a quick break because nature requires me to use the bathroom really quickly. So I can bring back some alcohol and Q-tips and see what can be done with this. Meanwhile, this stuff will be drying. So is there any kind of specific alcohol percentages that I should try to get? I think I have rubbing alcohol and like 99%. His name is Clawley. Is the fish name Aziraphale or something? Alright, be right back. Tea break, bathroom break, snack break, Doritos break. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. If I get a white fish, you need to call it Azura fish. Clawley and Azura fish. I cracked myself. Her name is Beluga. Oh, that's adorable. I'm super bored of winding endless. What's up with the yarn, Otto? And thank you guys. Okay, hold on. I'll mute the mic just for a sec. Okay. Where are you fragging a blanket, Otto? I found a Scott whisker. I think I had put it there to put it with the other whiskers, but I forgot about it, and then I found it again. It was 3/4 done, but I really didn't like it and it wasn't working. It's Shetland wool, so I don't want to waste it on a mediocre blanket. Oh, that's a very good point. Do you have a plan B? Okay, so I have 70% and 99% alcohol. Does one work better than the other one? I also brought the glove for my hand. Because if I put alcohol on those fingers, you're gonna hear me sing. I saw some really pretty crochet lampshades the other day. Ooh. Good to test. Okay, let's start with the hardcore one. Show us. Oh, can you see the little dish? It's a fishing cat. Oh, it's kind of there. It's super cute. DJ. Ev. Sick beats. Oh my god, my mom knows me. She got a special treat of fresh mozzarella. Ooh. Ooh. I'm sorry for the noises. Pretty sure that's gotta be really insufferable. Swoons at Shetland. Ooh. Really? Oh my gosh. What color of Shetland wool did you get that you're frogging at the moment? Is it too annoying? Is the squeaky sounds too annoying? Please let me know. I'm listening to Kitty sing as you DJ. It's not that bad. Okay, whew. Just let me know. Because there's no way of knowing how it comes across on the mic. It's just a little bit annoying. Oh no. Well, I can stop this and resume later when I'm not gonna be live streaming. First row of my 60 color quite probably cleared as Ev's laying down those sick beats over there. I have lots of color. I think I'll try taking some colors from this one and mixing with other colors I have. It just shows the wrong color palette. Oh no. It's been a while since I've seen some of your crochet pieces. I wasn't sure if you were still crocheting at the moment. Crocheting? That's so weird. Like there's a T in there. Why is it silent all of a sudden? been a while since I crochet because of the house renovation. Yeah, that will do it. Fair point. I really love how you've set up all your yarn in the studio. It's so satisfying to look at. If anyone needs to fart, just tell me. I can make more noises to cover it. I only just got back to crocheting because I've had a low energy week and couldn't do anything else. Oh. Well, at least there's something that sort of prevents you from just going mad. It's always the thing with this kind of palette. It's like you work on it one way and then you flip it 180 and you're like, oh, these are all the spots that I missed. Okay, got it. So grateful for crochet being in my life. Yeah, you are good at it and really quick. You find a way that really works for you too. Cute sounds. ASMR live stream. Does anyone out here get ASMR? Like, what's the appeal? How does it work if it works for you? And I'm back with hot chocolate. Ooh. Sorry, what was the question? What was the question? I was asking about ASMR, if people enjoy ASMR, and if so, how, why, what's the magic, what am I missing? ASMR feels way too intimate in my opinion. Just feels like kind of want to turn to the person and say, are you done? Or like the worst parts of being in a waiting room. Really, Ginger? That's so funny. I think ASMR is for extroverts who miss being around people. Ooh, that's a very good point. Ugh, the whispery voices. Blah. When ASMR people smack their lips. Oh, no, ASMR food, that's probably the worst of the ASMR. Like, I don't know, there's a few of us in chat who do like videos on YouTube or who have to record their voice, and seriously, there's nothing that makes me cringe as much as when I edit my own audio and I hear all the lip smacks and I'm like, ugh, how can I remove this? Like, I have no clue. I don't know how audio stuff works. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound this gross. The sounds are so silly. Squeak, 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 squeak. It's like poutine cheese. ASMR poutine cheese. When ASMR people there smack. Ugh. Yeah, Nikocado avocado is a nightmare. I only like people talking softly over video games we play or walkthroughs. You can still hear what's going on. Yeah, that's not exactly the same as ASMR. Because there's at least some value, like you can follow the playthrough. I hate editing with a passion and a half. Oh my gosh, I swear. I hate like recording the audio segment is the most stressful for me. It's so hard, and I feel like it sounds so stupid half the time. I'm trying to figure it out, but my brain is like slow. I have to edit out so many pauses in a single sentence because my brain stops to like figure out what I want to say. So I start a sentence, and then there's a blank, and I really struggle to find what I want to say. Like that. I expect there is ASMR poutine. Oh, yikes. Oh my god, I did a voiceover this weekend, man. I don't know how you do it all the time. What am I supposed to do, though? I can't really record as I film much. So I kind of make do, which is sort of why my output of like lengthier videos is in the toilet this year. The voiceovers on the shorter vids are easier to put together because I basically improvise. Like sometimes I will have a sheet of notes and I refer to my sheet of notes and then I edit out the silences so it kind of looks like it works. It's easier because I can fit it in, like, say Mr. He has something else to do for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna record myself. Like, I can just do it. And previous longer voiceover would take a lot more time, and then I would really have to sort of struggle to figure it out. Even if like Mr. He would be like, just tell me whenever you want to record. I'll do something else. I'm like, yeah, but it requires a bit too much planning for what I'm capable of putting together right now in my head. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. It just doesn't. I wish I could just record and keep it uncut in audio, but it's difficult because I'm not a native English speaker, so there's a bit of a in that. And oh my gosh. Well, you're not wrong. That's why it's so funny. It's like, fair point. Fair point. Can't argue with that. Part of my problem, aside of being lazy, is I know how compulsive I am. I'm terrified of editing because I'll spend weeks on a short video fixing a million things you'll never notice. Pandora 100%. Well, that kind of serves you better to be aware of that in this situation. It saves you a lot of work. Ginger did not mistype. She just said something that could definitely be interpreted in various ways. Sorry. Squeak, 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 squeak. Mad DJ skills, yo. Super Greg, #1. If you know Super Greg #1 in chat, just means you're old. Like me. We all start that way, then by your 20th video you won't even check through before you upload. I still do check through before I upload. It's really like, I can bring myself to do it when it's the most recent news videos, because I'm like, Ev, calm down, it's 3 minutes, you can do it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do it, play, let's go. Ev Quash beats, yo. Wow, that blue is disappearing with the alcohol. I can't face watching it all. Yeah, the longer videos though, that's a bit more of a struggle. You kind of have to switch your brain off to... I'm not paying attention to the minutiae of what's going on. I'm just trying to see if there's a repeat or a weird image or a gap between footage, or it's like it goes into detection mode rather than evaluation mode of like, is this good enough? Is this quality? Did I say that right? Oh my gosh, Kevin, wow. Alcohol makes a lot of things disappear. Oof. 60 by 90 centimeters. Yeah, that would be like up to my armpits on the 90 centimeter side. $60, that would be about, yeah, I don't know, up to the waist maybe. Yeah, sounds about right. Two by 3 feet, yep. Do you know what you will paint on it, Kevin? Sorry. I don't know why it cracks me up so much, but it does. Oops. Okay, maybe that's annoying. Maybe you guys want me to do something else. Maybe I can sort of do it less squeaky. This is riveting content, I know. Honestly, I'm kind of giggling at the sound too. Okay, cool. A portrait of Shane, Jeffrey, and Tati would be wonderful. Just kidding. Jesus, no, I might paint some photos I took. Yeah, that sounds a lot more fun, honestly. Well, if you decide to do the portrait of Shane, Jar Jar, and Tati, you can just basically draw 3 turds on there. And you can go with the turd emoji. And that's going to be very... like society and cultural and contemporary, but I think the C is a better idea. I've been eating ice cream, which is the silly name they gave to basically freezing ripe bananas, and then you basically just put it in the food processor and you blend it with some cacao powder, and it sort of makes like a banana soft serve, and it's really good. Since I'm too lazy to go to the grocery store to get actual frozen stuff, I just buy more bananas and I let them ripen, and then I freeze them, and then I blend them, and then I eat them. Just find it hilarious that they call it nice cream. It's you know, it's like, it's so try hard. It has this energy of this way you can convince your kids it's actually junk food, but they're not going to be eating junk food, they're going to be eating good food. Whee! Fairlife recently released ice cream to go with their lactose-free brand, and they're really not bad. I can only have like non-dairy ice cream, and not all of them are good, and it's a hassle, and I have to hold it back in the really warm weather, and it's gonna be melted. So I'll just freeze bananas. Nice scream. Ah! That's the sound the banana makes when you food process it. You could also make it with matcha if you prefer matcha. You could probably add some like maple syrup in there if you want it more sweet, but the advantage of using ripe bananas is that they're quite sweet to begin with. I think Jar Jar's forehead is too big for the canvas anyway. Ah! His ego certainly won't fit. So I guess the verdict would be that the 99% alcohol works really well to remove the stains. Thank you guys for that tip. Still can get in the really tight corners, but I mean... There are church bells going on, if you can hear that. On the weekends at this time, it's either a wedding or a funeral. Kevin, you could just paint the you know, the sea that's on fire at the moment. There you go. You have the fire element and you have the sea element all at once. I bought some frozen blackberry, cherries, and pineapple. Ooh, pineapple. And some vanilla yogurt. I'm so looking forward to pineapple smoothie. It's basically ice cream. Yeah. Mango and pineapple is a plus. Church bell sounds like a car in park. It does. It really does. It's one of those cheap, you know, like recorded bells. Hardly any churches have real bells anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Not because I like churches, but I thought the bells were the only good thing going on. Like, ah, it's all crap, but the bells are cool. No, it's just, hey, it's all crap. What about a mango, pineapple, papaya smoothie mix? Ooh, that sounds great. Mel just came in. I got Olga Garden Blend Forage and Praise of Flex. Oh, that's adorable. Have a Ninja Bullet smoothie maker. I love making pineapple orange mango smoothies. I'm really a mango pineapple person. Mango peach can do when they somehow run out of pineapple at the grocery store. Well, that's not too bad. How is the ever adorable Olga? I agree. How is she doing? Olga is aging, but happy and mustache bitey. That's great. I like to make ice cream in reverse. Start with the smoothie, then let it set in a dish in freezer. How does it freeze? Like, does it crystallize a lot? Because that's the sort of issue I have with freezing up smoothies, is that it freezes kind of with a lot of crystals in it, and it's not as smooth. Crapo. Oh, that's not good. Cochonnerie bordel de Chris. Yeah, I slammed like one of my one of the holes in my fingers. I just slammed it on this really pointy corner there. So it just reopened inside the glove. So I think I'm done with this for now. Ah, cochonnerie bordel. Hold on. Always have like band-aids handy. So I'm all out of the, regular size band-aids. I only have these huge ones. Or this tiny circle ones. Oh, I think a tiny circle one would do. Yes! Nasty corner and me not paying attention to them all that much. Like, it could have been any other part of my finger but the one that's already messed up too. Like, thanks for, being helpful. Life. I actually had this place for an ice cream machine. Ooh! Yeah, that's good. That's squash ready, isn't it? Okay. Please make some for us. Yeah. Anything already injured has a target on it. That is so true. That is like way too true to not be real. And hey, you got to hear some really genuine French-Canadian swearing. Is there anything else I want to test out with these colors? I don't think so. Oh, maybe just a bit of the... That, just reading that, it mentally hurts so much. It's like, oh, why? So that's basically the primary-ish triad of this selection. The Potter's Pink, the Yellow Ochre, and the Indigo. Then there's like this one here that would be between these two and... green. Hey, Susan, hi! Oh no, Veritas, how? Drop your phone on your face. Like, why? Okay, let's see mixes with this one here. My sort of in frame-ish. Oh, those were the colors that were originally in the palette that I want to put gouache in. Like, I played with them a bit. They were not, you know, the worst, but they were definitely more like a kid's supply. Oh no, Susan. Is there something you can do? Like, can you order it from someplace sales, or like order it now and they deliver when it's back on stock or something? So I guess for this set, this is the red. This is yellow. There's one thing that I've noticed with the Van Gogh colors is that if you add too much water to re-wet them, they become kind of goopy and a bit harder to handle, which sounds weird, but there's only one IKEA for the Republic of Ireland and then one in the north. Just hate that. Yeah. I mean, I'm in Montreal and we have two. So I don't know what's up with that, but you could definitely do with one more. And then for blue, indigo. Which one is indigo already? This one. I would definitely trade the two IKEAs of Montreal for the unavailable IKEA of Ireland if I could move there. IKEA's opening their third Stockholm store this year. We'll have one in the north end, one in the south end, my store, and now one right in the middle of the city. Yeah, wow. Finally registered for my vaccine. Yay! Meanwhile, in the USA, you can walk to CVS to get a shot anytime, but we still have anti-vaxxers. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Like, for us, the first round went rather well. Like, the system worked properly, we were able to get the appointments on the website and all that. And then for the second round, they told us that we can... Oh no, yuck. That we can possibly put our appointment earlier. Yuck, that's all wet now. And that's when the system just started being stupid and not showing up what was available, or they didn't get any vaccines at first, and you're like, you did so good for the first round of this, come on. We had a cyber attack on our health server. Who's the lowlife who did that? Cyber attack on the health system? Someone is trying really, really hard for kicking the ass. Dinner and walkthrough. Is that in the IKEA? The IKEA food area is so great. I really miss it. I miss being able to go there and just get anything I wanted. I mean, I could still do that, but there might be consequences. Oh yeah, cyber attacks on vital infrastructure to hold it hostage from massive ransoms is getting more common. It's an awful thing to do. It's unbearably awful. I have no idea how the people behind that kind of shit manage to sleep at night. I mean, they're probably sociopath or psychopath or something like that, but the only thing I can do is really hope that something awful bites them in the ass at some point. It would be different if they were like messing up with, I don't know, whatever big corporation infrastructure or whatnot, but with like the healthcare system of a place, it's so despicable. I miss my groceries at IKEA. Oh, I know what you mean. Whenever we would go, I would always haul back a bunch of food. There's some really interesting, especially like here. I mean, we don't often have stuff from... wait, hold on. IKEA is Swedish, right? So yeah, you get all the lingonberry stuff and the elderberry syrup and whatnot. And it's so fun. Oh, and the freaking cinnamon rolls. I had my second dose today. Hey, awesome, Paulo. How do you feel so far? Any side effects? I really hate the side effects of the shots I got, but I'm glad it's over. That's good. I mean, it's like the mask. No one enjoys getting the shot, but once it's done, and you're good. You did your part. Just so baffling. So far, so good. That's awesome. Yay. I believed in blackcurrant when I was young. Turned out it was just rubena, and I liked it. With what? I'm getting the second dose next week. I'm really eager to be done with it. Just because I'm usually eager to be done with that kind of stuff so I can stop thinking about it. It's like I always focus on it so I don't forget. So I'm always glad when it's done and I don't have to think about it. I think we were around 50% fully vaccinated and over 70% receiving at least one dose. That's good. My vaccination didn't have any impact whatsoever on menstruation or whatever. Which, I mean, I guess that's good. Oh wow. That went dark super fast. Dang, that this indigo is pigment loaded, not kidding. It's so intense. And it's so neutral. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. Good grief, Lindsay, that sounds awful. Hey, have a great weekend, Ginger. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have a great time this weekend. Good luck with the storm hunting. That sounds so awful, Cyan. Like, I'm like, can Cyan catch a break at some point? Like, when it's not the migraines, it's something else. Good grief. So I guess this set doesn't really mix any purples, which is, you know, okay. Not exactly an issue. It's just interesting. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Mikey. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I'm born on Monday. Wait, what? Is it your birthday? Hold on, what's up? The indigo is so intense, I struggle to make a gradated, like, mix. It's just not working. Come on, give me some more of that yellow. That's a really nice green. That's the thing I've been noticing lately with sets, is that many of them are wobbly. And I'm realizing that it annoys me more than I thought it would. I'm like, can you stay put? Please, I'm trying to mix paint here. I'm gonna have to add a bit of yellow into that pan because it's It's not the most strongly tinting color. Especially with that indigo, which is ridiculous. Maybe put a towel. I'll either put a towel or I'll put some blue tack under it. Just so it stays in place and stops wobbling. So, do you guys have any more questions? I think I'm gonna end this stream a bit early today, unless you guys want to sort of see something else or ask something else. The palette, everything is from Royal Talents, but it doesn't come together. The paints are Van Gogh, and it's a reused palette from the art creation range. It's such a great palette, by the way. Like, there's a hole at the bottom here, and you can, I don't want to do it too much, but you can prop up your pans that way, so that's handy. And you can also remove the mixing lid so that you can rinse it off and wash it off. And you can put it back on, and it comes with a travel brush that fits in here, and then when you close it, you have the travel brush here still. So it has room to dry if you painted with it. It's really one of my favorite palettes layout. I was wondering why the selection was so good. It's a custom selection in the sense that it's the, you know, the one they made for the Krasny Karandash store in Russia? It's their St. Petersburg palette. Hey, Carolyn! Oh no, Carolyn, your timing! I'm so sorry. It is, Van Gogh is student range, but it's a really good student range. Yeah, the St. Petersburg selection of color, it started as a joke made by the Russian shop. They made a joke that if there was a St. Petersburg palette, all the colors would be like gray. And then a year later, in collaboration with Van Gogh, they put together a selection of colors that they called the St. Petersburg selection. And it's just a bunch of paints from the regular Van Gogh range, but put together in a set. The set is hard to get if you're not in Russia, but if you can get Van Gogh paints, you can recreate it really easily. And that's basically it. I've talked about the St. Petersburg palette in one of the news video. There's a couple of videos on YouTube too that showcases the St. Petersburg selection. So thank you very much everyone for being here today. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope everything goes nicely for you this weekend and the next week. And we will see each other quite soon. So take care guys. Thank you so much for being here again and have a great weekend. Bye.